Well, good morning, everyone. I'm at Dry Ridge, Kentucky, 5 miles from the Ark Encounter, and I wanted to drop into my favorite coffee and bakery place on the way to the Ark. So just as you're coming online here, we're going to show you, I'm going to order a really special donut if you want to see that. It's a really super donut. We're at Beans Cafe and Bakery, and if you look down the road here, I don't know whether you can see there on the camera, but there's a gas station down there. That's Interstate 75 right there. So it's right off Interstate 75, the second busiest north-south interstate in America. And we happen to have here the owner, Richard Hayhoe. Richard, great to see you here.
Nice to see you.
And a lot of traffic here. So let's go in here a little bit outside. And as I said to people, this is my favorite coffee and bakery place on the way down to the Ark. And let's just come inside for a minute and we'll just talk about a couple of things. So we get in the quiet here.
Yeah.
So tell me, the Lexington Herald Leader, which is a secular newspaper, just did an article, front page, all about the Ark. See that? Front page.
That's a nice picture.
But basically the whole article is saying the Ark's not impacting the area and it's only trickle and whatever. So what are you as a business owner here and here at Beans, what are you finding?
We have noticed a really big impact, with the number of traffic, people that are going by on 75, and we're so close, has substantially increased of the people looking for options in the area, and we've been very impacted by the number of people that have come from the Ark and looking for a place to eat before, after, in the evening, etc., and have found us. So we've really noticed an uptick.
Now, you notice a change in the sort of license plates on cars parked around Beans Cafe and Bakery?
They're from all over the continental U.S., and that's really nice to see. When I pull up front in the morning, there's less than half are Kentucky, and that's
right?
nice.
Yeah, so that's the Ark impact.
It's the Ark impact that's bringing people through,
Okay. Well, we also have another special guest that just happened to drop in here this morning.
Good morning.
And this is Mayor Wells.
Yes.
And you're the mayor of Dry Ridge.
Yes.
Now, we're 5 miles from the Ark. The Ark is at Williamstown, but we're at Dry Ridge, which is 2 exits north of the Ark exit.
Yep.
And so let me ask you, have you, as the mayor of Dry Ridge, Kentucky, seen any significant impact at all from the Ark?
We love the Ark Encounter. We love what you've brought between Answers in Genesis and the Creation Museum and the Ark. We love the traffic that you've brought to our exit. We had a lot of infrastructure in place to begin with. We had some hotels, we had some restaurants. And the traffic congestion now with the Ark is telling us positively that the Ark is making a positive impact on our economy.
Now, your room rates at your hotels here has gone up to what?
We're at 98% occupancy rate, which is unheard of in the hospitality industry. We just finalized a deal this week to do the public improvements on for a developer to start on 3 additional hotels, which will bring another 400 rooms to our exit within the next 18 to 24 months.
And is that all because of the Ark?
It is.
Any extra restaurants too?
Well, we're hoping so. The developers have plans for 3 outlots, plus we have some other sites that are available, but that's the catalyst that hopefully will start more development.
I even heard that Rosa's down the street has expanded and even has an Ark-themed room.
They do. They expanded shortly after the Ark opened. They went ahead and bought the next 2 storefronts and expanded over, and they built 3 new theme rooms, which one is an Ark Encounter theme room. Yeah.
It's just fascinating to see the impact that is going on here at Dry Ridge, and you must be excited, being the mayor, seeing all this economic impact in this area.
Oh yes, we're really excited and really excited to see what's in the future.
Yeah, well, that's really great. Hey, I know you've got a meeting to get to. Appreciate you dropping in.
No problem. Thank you very much.
It's been good to talk to you, and I know the economic impact will continue here.
All right, thank you. Have a
so
great day.
I'm going to get back. I want to order a special donut here. So we're going to come over here. So Richard, I know people drop in here for breakfast. You have breakfast now, and lunch, and you get a lot of visitors because of the Ark coming here.
We do. We have a nice selection of baked goods. So in the morning we have a number of people that come by and stop in for something sweet. and coffee on
And
the
you
way
cook
in.
breads here too?
We do our own breads. All of our baked goods are made fresh here, and you can see in behind there some of the breads that are made already this morning, including biscuits there and everything.
So you make all those here?
make all that here,
All freshly baked?
all
Yeah.
freshly baked,
Even your macaroons?
even the macaroons.
Is that right? So, okay, let me come down here to one of your servers here. And okay, Amanda. So I want to order a latte.
Okay.
Now, I know people usually ask me what I want in it.
Uh-huh.
Coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want a latte with coffee. See, I don't have all that sugary stuff in there. And I want to get a maple glazed donut. What's your best maple glazed donut here? Maple glazed donuts. I wonder how many places have that. That's one of my
Maple
favorites.
glazed and maple bacon too, if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Now, okay, so we look at that. That's a maple glazed donut, but you know what? That's pretty small. Do you have a bigger one?
How about this one?
Now that's, see that, let me put those side by side. That's what I call a donut, right there. What do you call these?
That's a Texan.
A Texan?
Yep.
A Texan donut.
It's a Texan donut, maple glazed Texan.
Wow, I wonder how long it'll take me to
Sell
eat
out of them
that.
every day.
You do?
Yep.
People
Sell out
actually
every
buy
day.
those?
Sell out every day.
That is amazing, amazing. Okay, so while I'm waiting on my coffee here,
She'll put your donut on a plate and we'll get the coffee
get
going.
the coffee over here, and have a look at your menu up here for breakfast. Now, okay, so my name is Ham.
Ham.
So do you do ham and eggs?
We do ham and eggs.
Oh, absolutely.
We've got
Yeah.
ham and eggs coming out.
You have to do that. Okay, ham and eggs coming out. All right, and
So some of the breakfast items up there.
it's great to have a cafe like this where everything's fresh and you make it all here.
Yes.
Do it all fresh. It is really special, and this really is a great place. I know a lot of the ARC people come here. A lot of those who stay
We've
here
got
in
a
the
lot of
hotels.
guests. Also, a lot of employees come in. So.
Oh, do they
We've
really?
seen you
From here?
before.
Oh, yeah. I come here too.
This is
So-
some of the sandwiches also that we make.
Okay.
Of course, ham and eggs, or ham and Swiss,
Ham and Swiss.
on an ancient grain bread that we make here. It's the best bread going. And
What's that
then
called? What's the bread?
Ancient grain.
Oh, okay.
Ancient grain. It's amazing. That's and then soups. We have 3 daily soups, and then as well as this is a club sandwich made on sourdough bread, which is also made in store. It's a nitrate-free, all-natural ham and deli meat, and hand sliced in the back. We also do salads.
So those that are watching, I want you to maybe throw some emojis on the screen as to, let's go back over here a minute and look at this donut here. So, okay, I want you to respond on the screen as to what you think of the Texan maple glazed donut. Look at the size of that thing. Have a look at the size of these others down here. Look how small they are. You know, how can I ever order an ordinary donut again?
I don't know.
Once you have the Texan. Oh yeah, look, there's lots of hearts coming across the screen. So people must really like the Texan donut. So if you want to have one of those, you've got to come here
You gotta
to
come here.
Beans
Yeah,
Bakery and
come to
Cafe.
Beans after the Ark.
After the Ark.
Or in
yeah.
between the
before.
Ark and the Creation
Or
Museum.
before, yeah. Or in between the Ark and the Creation Museum. Exactly. So we'll come back over here.
She's
And
getting your latte.
She's
going.
getting my latte going.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. And we've got the ham and eggs coming.
You got the ham and eggs coming out. That'll be along in a minute.
See, I don't have those.
I think you're in the guide too.
I don't have those sweet coffee things. I like real coffee. So this guide here.
That guide, you were in there as well.
Oh, really?
Page
Along
86, yeah.
page 86. Let's have a look at this.
On I-75.
So in Kentucky. Oh, there we are.
Kentucky, there you are.
Aha, there it is. Yes, there we are. It's on the
Yeah,
top.
so you get a whole page.
Well, excellent. So is this my latte here?
So your latte is almost
Oh,
complete
it's
there,
still
and,
being done over there. Okay.
She's going to bring that right over.
All right. So let's go back here. Hey, Richard, the Ark has really had a tremendous economic
really
impact
has.
in this area.
It really
I mean,
has.
just talking to the mayor of Dry Ridge, you know, it's interesting how the secular media and atheist groups like the Freedom from Religion Foundation, the Americans United for Separation of Church and State, and atheist bloggers have all been writing articles and saying nobody's coming and it's not having an economic impact and it's hurting Kentucky and all the rest. But the opposite is true.
Yeah, the opposite is true, even to the point there's a fellow, Charlie, that owns Chase Jewelers just nearby, and he said that, he told me a story of a young couple that came in that purchased a ring for a wedding, and then she works at one of the hotels. I'm not sure if he did as well or not, but because of the increase in the hours and employment that they had, they came back and bought a bigger ring. So even a guy who's old, who has a jewelry store, is noticing an impact
because of the arc.
Not just the tourist industry, not just the restaurant and the hotel.
What do you think is going to happen here when they build 3 more hotels? They're talking about 400 more rooms.
You know, people will be able to stay because right now some of them have to leave the area after being here.
Well,
we'll certainly enjoy that.
Well, I just heard of it. A group coming, they had to get their hotel in Harrison, Indiana.
Okay.
That's the closest they could get.
Wow.
And that's about an hour and a half from here.
Right.
So hotels all through northern Kentucky booked out because we're going to have thousands there today. I think the projection today is somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 at the Ark.
Really?
And today's a Thursday. And then there'll be 2,000 to 3,000 at the museum as well. Wow. So, and then Saturdays.
Those people are eating and sleeping somewhere.
Right, exactly.
You know.
Well, Saturdays, some of our projections are for 7 to 8, even up to 10,000 for some days coming up. So, okay, let's go over here, and they're going to bring me my latte, and
They're going to bring your latte over now.
we'll sit down with this bunch. And here we have, actually, we have some of our staff even from Answers in Genesis here. So here it comes. So do you have drive-through too? You do drive-through? Mm-hmm. So they can order anything through the drive-through?
Yep, you can order anything through the drive-thru that you can order at the counter.
So the big difference between here and McDonald's and places like that is you do everything fresh here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We make everything up.
Make it all ourselves. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Great. All right, my latte.
Latte there.
I will. And so we'll just wait for this ham and eggs. And then, so what do you think of the Ark itself, Richard?
Well, we've been through a number of times, and the most recent addition upstairs on the 3rd floor, we were there recently, and you've got a new exhibit there. It's not the Bible one. Your latest one, we just want to go and see and enjoy some of those new things. We take the kids over to the zoo quite a bit.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, and see the little zoo, and they did the gemstone or fossil find over as well.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah.
The sluices.
Yeah, the sluice. We have a sluice at the museum.
You have a sluice.
Have a sluice at the museum as well, too.
Okay.
I tell you what, it really bugs me when I see secular newspapers doing articles like this one in the Herald Leader. I mean, she makes out that it's interesting. She makes out that it's not having any impact. It's just a trickle. But the thing is, they're talking about Williamstown, and Williamstown, there's no hotels there. There's no infrastructure.
Right.
How can the Ark have an impact there? I mean, they need to bring hotels in and restaurants in. That's when it would have an impact in Williamstown.
Mm-hmm.
But Dry Ridge is where you have the infrastructure, and the mayor has worked very aggressively here too to bring in developers, and it's really
Yes,
going
it really
ahead.
has.
So this is going to change this
It
area.
really has.
Okay, so is this my ham and eggs breakfast?
This is your ham and eggs. That's right.
Wow, look at
It's
that.
all natural ham.
All natural ham.
Yeah.
And are these eggs all natural too?
I'm sure they are.
laid by hens that wandered in, on the fields, and yeah.
Fully organic, of course.
Fully organic, and 0-calorie potatoes.
Yeah, it's calorie-free on Thursdays.
Calorie free on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that looks really good. So all natural ham. So it comes from a natural pig.
Comes from a natural pig. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is really good. Hey, just anybody who's coming to the Ark, I encourage you to check out Bean's Bakery and Cafe here. It is a really great place, fun place, right here at the exit 159.
159.
From 159 at Dry Ridge. And this is where the Ark has incredibly impacted the community here. Anywhere from here north, actually, has all been impacted by the Ark. Even up in Florence and closer to Cincinnati, they're saying restaurants are noticing Ark people coming, and we have buses. One bus company alone, there's many tour bus companies. Just one tour bus company alone is bringing 400 buses this summer.
Year.
Mhm.
Wow.
And that's just one of the
That's
many.
an impact.
So tremendous impact, and we're really.
Send a couple of them this way, would you?
Yeah.
Got bus parking.
Oh, you got bus parking
We got
now
bus
too?
parking.
I see you doing up your parking outside
Yeah,
and all of that. Do you hear anything from other business people in the community?
Yeah, they certainly do. Just like I mentioned about the jeweler, but just the other people are just being impacted. You know, there's just more people around, and more activity breeds activity, and it's certainly nice to have.
I was talking to one of the sheriffs here before, and he said of a Sunday when they come out of church that they used to be able to go straight to Cracker Barrel.
Right.
Now they go and it's a wait.
Yeah, now no more.
40-minute wait.
Right.
And
Now
they
no
used to be
more.
able to get straight into La Rosa's, and now it's a wait,
Yeah.
and so on.
Yeah, we are closed on Sunday ourselves.
Right.
It's my Lord's Day, and,
Yep.
and that's the day that we
Well,
we
great.
decided to close. And you know what?
Gives the staff a rest.
It gives the staff a rest and brings you brings in the people to the rest of the week, and we're happy to serve them. But Sunday we took the day off.
That's good. Well, look for.
Yeah, you can vote for us online, the Sweetest Bakery in America contest. That's something that Dawn Foods is putting on, and we're trying to win that. So please vote
Oh, okay.
for
This-
beans at sweetestbakeryinamerica.com.
Yeah, we'll have to get all our staff here to
You have
vote.
to get the staff to vote, would you?
You can give them all one of these
Yeah.
to vote there. And I'm going to get my Texas donut. My Texas
donut is
maple
ready to go.
maple nut
I'll bring it over.
donut. Okay, he's going to bring that over. And I'm going to have my ham and eggs here. Hope you enjoyed being here this morning. Are there any?
Lots of comments of people stopping by really liking it.
Oh, okay. So people have already stopped by? Okay, so there's lots of comments from people who've already stopped by here. Okay, now this is what I call a breakfast. What do you think? A small donut, that's my maple glazed donut, and ham and eggs. This is my breakfast and my latte. What more could I ask for? There it is.
That's unbelievable.
Okay, so I'm going to sit down. This is mine. No sharing.
It's all yours.
No sharing. Okay, I'm going to sit down, and I might be able to get up after eating this donut. So I'm not going to eat it on camera. I'm not going to show you that I'm willing to eat a whole donut like that. Okay. How many calories in that? Do you think 20, 30?
Oh, there's around that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Might be a couple more. We haven't quite nailed it down.
Okay, all right. Okay, we will sign off here from Beans, and if you go to the top of the comments, we pinned in a link to your website.
Wonderful.
At Beans Bakery and Cafe, and we like to support all the local businesses in the area, and this is one of my favourite places to stop on the way to the Ark or the way back from the Ark here, and you're advertising in our buses too.
Yes, that is really bringing us in some people.
So we're going to have some new ads that are going in the
Some new
buses.
ads,
Yeah,
yes.
next week.
Yeah, wonderful.
So
Thank
it'll
you
be
for
great.
providing that.
So there we are, signing off from Dry Ridge, Kentucky.
Thanks, guys.